Hey, Steve, thank you so much for the intro and welcome everybody to Mindset Monday. I hope you're excited as I am. It's a new week. It's the beginning of the month and we only have 2 months left in the year to start our 2022. So I hope you're looking forward to finish this year strong. We still have some time left. So if we do anything, that should be planning our year ahead. In fact, finishing 2022 before it even starts. And just a quick recap. Last week, we had an amazing week filled with activities and training and ideas. Right. We had, it was packed with so many things happening at the same time. A lot of you were able to join. If you didn't see any of the recording or you didn't get it, please let us know so that we can send it to you today. Okay, please reach out to Steve or myself. If we didn't get the recording for any of those trainings, all of them were recorded, right, Steve?
They were all recorded. I had one person message me just now privately asking about it. The rest of you can do the same thing, either privately or in the public chat. Okay. Request that recording, and we will be happy to send that to you by request.
Absolutely, especially if you missed the one on Friday. We had Limaris Varga introduced the this project that is happening in Bay Harbor area and Bay Harbor Island. So if you missed it, or if you want to see it again, or if you didn't get that email with the unbranded material, please let us know. We're gonna send it your way. In fact, I'm gonna send Steve a new email that I received directly from Limaris, Steve. So I'm gonna send it to you because that one has a little bit more information. So I want to make sure you can share that with them if they missed it. So the Dropbox is in there. So make sure you have access to that Dropbox and you can get all the unbranded material. We had the foreign national training as well. Really interesting. It was a training we did live in person here in the Doral office, but it was also recorded and was streamed live. So make sure that if you didn't get to see it and you're interested in working with foreign nationals, that you do get that recording as well. But talking about how successful that week was, let's talk a little bit about that success. How can you reach success? How can you have success in your life, in personal life, business life, everything you do, right? We all want to be successful. So success is really simple if you think about it. And there are 4 simple steps that if you can apply today, you can actually become very successful at anything that you do. What is success? Does anybody know? How do you define success? Let me see, any volunteers?
I would imagine people have different ideas of what success means to them.
That's very true, right? For success might be completely different for everybody. If success perhaps for Ray, it might be completely different for what I consider success for me. But let's make it very simple so we can all be on the same page. How about that? So if you think about it, success is a study of the obvious. But sometimes we need someone to remind us and show us the simplest way that we can get there. So today we're going to analyze, like I said, we're going to analyze 4 simple steps to find your way to more success that you could ever imagine. So let's start. Let's dig in right quick. And number 1 is be a collector of good ideas. Collect good ideas. And one way of collecting good ideas is by keeping a journal. Keeping it simple, keeping a journal. So at a very young age, I was taught that I should keep a journal. And then on one of the things you want to do with that journal is use it as a place to collect all your ideas, right? Information that might come your way, any thought that you might have. And sometimes you might be driving, you might be in the shower, and that's when you have the best thoughts possible, the best ideas. So make sure you always have something around you that you can write them down. Again, be a collector of good ideas. And that inspiration, if you think about it, could be passed on to your children, maybe your grandchildren. So if you hear a good health idea, capture it, write it down. Then on your spare time, go back through it, go back through your journal, dive back into the ideas that change your life, the ideas that saved your marriage, the idea that bailed you out of hard times, the ideas that help you become successful. That's valuable. Going back over the pages of ideas that you gathered over the years, reminiscing, reminding yourself. So be a good collector of good ideas, of experiences, of for your business, for your relationships, for your future. You see, it's challenging to be a student of your own life, your own future, your own destiny. So don't trust your memory. In fact, think about who you work for. Let me put it this way. I only work for one person. And that one person that I work for is the future me. So the future me is telling me that I need to collect all these good ideas because that's who's going to define the future me. So the future you should be doing the same. Should be a very demanding boss, telling you, hey, you need to write all these good ideas. And when you're listening to something valuable, write it down. When you come across something important, write it down. And take the time to keep notes and to keep, again, a journal. So keeping a journal is very important and collecting good ideas. Number 2, you need to have a good plan. So that's number 2, have a good plan. Build a life. Building anything is like building a house. You need to have a plan in place. What if you just started building, laying bricks, and somebody comes and asks, what are you building? You put down that brick that you're holding and you say, I have no idea. So here's the question for you. When should you start building the house? The answer should be as soon as you have it finished. So it's simple time management. So don't start the day until it's pretty well finished, at least the outline of it. Leave some room to improvise, leave some room for extra strategies, but finish it before you start it. Don't start the week until you have it finished. Lay it out, structure it, put it to work. The same goes for the months ahead. Don't start until you have a plan in place. How about a year? We only have 2 months left for this year, and we have 2022 approaching. So January 1st of 2022, it's not the beginning of the year. It should be the end of the year. That's when you finish 2022. What do I mean by that? You have to plan your year ahead. You have to plan your weeks, your days, your weeks, your months, your year ahead of time. So when you start, you actually start working already on your plan, not starting to plan. So the reason why most people face the future with apprehension instead of anticipation is because they don't have it well designed. So I want you to think about that for a minute because this is really important. Plan ahead. We've been stressing this now for the past few weeks, couple of months, that we don't have a lot of time left in our hand for this year, and 2022 is almost there. So make sure that 2022 is already finished on your book so that you can start working on your dream. All right, number 3, give yourself time. Give yourself time, because just like everything, it takes time to build a career. It takes time to build a business. It takes time to make changes. It takes time to learn, to grow, to develop, and to produce. It takes time to refine ideas and refine activities. So give yourself time to learn, time to start some momentum, time to finally achieve. Because life is not just the passing of time. Life is the collection of experiences and their intensity. So give yourself time. And number 4 and last one, change yourself. Out of the 4, I would say this is the biggest one. Change yourself. Learn to solve problems, business problems, family problems, financial problems, emotional problems. One must learn to treat a challenge as an opportunity to grow. Change if you have to. Modify if you must. Discard old philosophy that wasn't working well for a new one. The best phrase I ever learned that was ever taught to me, and I still take it to heart, is if you will change, everything will change for you. I took that to heart. And sure enough, the more I improved, the more everything improved for me. So you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. So think of things that you need to change, things that perhaps we tend to say, if this was different or this and that were treated in a different way, maybe, you know, I could be successful. But that's not the right way of thinking. If we want for other things to change, we need to change. I need to change. So those are the 4 steps to a successful or to gain success. Again, just to recap real quick, it's to be a collector of good ideas, have a plan in place, have a plan of action on this one, which was number 2. Again, I hear a lot. I sit with a lot of agents and we talk about having a plan in place. And my first question is, what are your goals? And then tell me this big giant goals, which I love it. But then we go back into, okay, so what's the plan of action? What have you planned out to get there? So think about that. Have a plan of action, have some plans, good plans in place. Number 3 was giving yourself time to grow, to build. It takes time. So give yourself the time that you need. And number 4 and last one, change yourself. Make sure you change first before you expect for everything else around you to change. Again, the reason why we brought this one on today is because based on the success that we had last week, a lot of you participated. A lot of you, we were able to engage with you in these trainings that we had, and it wasn't by coincidence. We put a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of planning into place. We apply the same thing that we're talking to you here, how to build a plan of action. What do we need to do differently to be able to engage with you? Also writing things down. What are the things that we saw that maybe we could do differently? What are the things that ideas that were laid out for us during those trainings and during those meetings? Everything was also written down because we want to make sure that we can implement this for your own benefit. We want you to grow. We want you to succeed. So again, make sure you get to engage with us because we have a lot more trainings coming up. We have a lot more meetings, a lot of more good ideas to share with you. But we also have some good events coming up, right, Steve? We have the network mixer coming up really soon. That's going to be this month, November 18th. Steve has been sending out the emails. Make sure you register. Don't leave it for the last minute. Make sure you register. And the purpose of this event is to network, right? We stress it a lot. We need to network. We need to create good ideas. You never know what this goals that you have, this plans that you put in place for yourself. You need to network with other people because we're not going to get there by ourselves. We need people to help us. And you never know, you might need the next person in those trainings that are going to take you to the next level in record time. So this is going to be the network mixer. That's what it's called. It's going to be at Topgolf Doral. We have a bunch of bays lined up for you so you can enjoy it. It's going to be out, it's open, it's really nice place, super cool. If you've never been there, this is going to be a great experience for you. If you've been there before, well, you know how awesome it is just to enjoy Topgolf here at the Doral, which is the brand new location for Topgolf. So make sure you register. And where do they go if they want to register or share the invitation with somebody else, Steve?
Go to www.brokernation.events. As always, I always post the latest and greatest events there. When you do go there, it will look like this. Here, I'll share the screen again. This is what you're going to see, Broker Nation Real Estate. And we have our Mondays, our Fridays. We have the network mixer is right there, and you can go and register there. And you can see we've had a lot of events recently too. If you missed any of these events, make sure you ask us, myself or Daylon, Steve at brokernation.net or Daylon at brokernation.net. And we'll be happy to send you the recordings for these. We do record most everything that we do. Some of it we keep private and make it available by request only for our insiders, our group. So be sure to ask us for any of those. But brokernation.events, everyone, instead of .com, remember .events at the end instead of the .com.
Awesome. Was one thing that we're doing before the year ends. We might have it twice before the year ends, one this month and one the next month. And that's another power player mastermind group. So this is what, when we try to gather the agents, and we can sit down and hear you out and see what can we do differently. It's a mastermind. So how can you increase your business? What are the things that you want to try? And we all get to talk, we all get to spend some time here, or you just want to go and be a gatherer of good ideas. Please feel free, take your journal and write everything down, because you never know, you might hear somebody else make a comment on something and it's like, man, that's what I need to implement in my business. So I would love to invite you to this mastermind training. We're gonna put it in the same site, brokernation.event, so that when you see it, please register and attend. Well, it's more like a lunch and learn. Again, nothing, no fancy training, nothing like that. It's not recorded. It's not streamed live, because we want to keep the privacy of everybody that attend. So once you see it, please try to go hang out with us, have some lunch, and in a social way, laid back. We just want to talk business and see what else can we do as a company. What can we do as an agent? What can we do in our business? Observation, some improvement that we need to make on a personal level to be able to reach our goals even faster. So once you see it, please register to that. And most importantly, register to a networking event. And how many of you have worked with another agent on the other side that you like very much? They were professional, they were efficient, they treat the client right, everything was done on time. I hope all of you had that one experience, right, with an agent on the other side. I hope all transactions were done with a great agent on the other side. So if you know that agent, you like that agent and like-minded individual, share the link, invite them over to the network mixer. They would love to attend too. They would love to associate themselves with like-minded individuals as well. So again, it's a great networking event, and that is the Top Golf at Top Golf, and that's our network mixer. So again, join us, www.brokernation.events. And for more information about our company and what are we doing differently and how are we helping our agents and why are we doing a lot of these trainings, and all of them are completely free, just filled with content and information just for you, the agent. So go to joinbrokernation.net and you're going to learn more about who we are, what we do, and why we do it. With that said, thank you so much for joining us for Mindset Monday. I hope you guys have a beautiful Monday, an awesome week, and I hope to see you soon for our Real Estate Friday session. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, everyone. I put it on gallery view and ask you all to unmute to say goodbye, and wish everyone a great week.
Thank
Hi,
you.
fellas. Enjoy the weather.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Harold,
All right, Melton.
Okay.
I hope to see you
See you,
all
man.
at the
I'm coming
network
to see
mixer.
you.
Harold.
Yeah, let's do it. Awesome.
Bye.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody. Take care. Good to see you all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.